Hello and welcome to CATEX-TV. I'm Tom Bailey in London. It's 12:30 in Bermuda, 11:30 Eastern Time, and 4:30 PM here in London. Today in history. Today in 1973, a Delta Airlines DC-9 crashed in fog at Logan Airport, Boston, killing all but one of the 89 aboard. The lone survivor died 6 months later. And today in 1959 saw the foundation of the Spanish-French terrorist group ETA. It's a terrorist group that is working towards a free Basque home country. And this leads us into our first story, which is that Spanish security forces are on high alert for the 50th anniversary of ETA, the separatist group that has been blamed for more than 800 deaths since it began its campaign of violence 4 decades ago. The group is also suspected to be behind 2 bombs over the last 2 days, one of which killed a pair of police officers and injured scores of people. José Luis Rodríguez, Spain's Prime Minister, said security forces would beef up their efforts to help prevent further attacks today. The government has given orders to the security forces to be on maximum alert, to double their work, and to increase even more their efforts to protect themselves from these vile murderers, he said. ETA has been blamed for 9 attacks so far this year, including this week's blasts, although there's been no official confirmation that the separatist group carried them out. On Wednesday, a car bomb outside the police barracks in the city of Burgos in northern Spain injured about 46 people, blowing the face off the building. And yesterday, 2 police officers in Palmanova in the island of yesterday a blast killed 2 police officers in the town of Palmanova in the island of Mallorca, and police defused a second bomb underneath a nearby civil guard vehicle. While both blasts attacked civil guards, a common ETA target, there were no customary warning calls before either of them. US House of Representatives Speaker Nancy Pelosi yesterday ramped up her criticism of insurance companies, accusing them of unethical behavior and working to kill a plan to create a government-run health plan. Pelosi said it's almost immoral what they are doing. Of course they've been immoral all along in how they have treated people that they insure. They are villains. They have been part of the problem in a major way, and they're doing everything in their power to stop the public option from happening. So there are the views of Nancy Pelosi. With the hurricane season now in full swing, we've so far had a very quiet season, but now not only do we have Tropical Storm Lana developing in the Pacific, but very close by we have a tropical depression developing as well. So far they're not threatening to make landfall, but we'll keep monitoring these and keep you updated on these and any other storms that look as if they're going to develop. Swiss Re and Guy Carpenter Securities closed a $200 million cat bond, Parkton Re, for the North Carolina Joint Underwriting Association and the North Carolina Insurance Underwriting Association. The bond is scheduled to mature in May 2011. In the deal, Swiss Reinsurance America Corporation will purchase reinsurance from Parkton Re, transforming the proceeds of the cat bond issue into capacity for a reinsurance agreement. The reinsurance agreement, which is with North Carolina Joint Underwriting Association and North Carolina Insurance Underwriting Association, is for $200 million, and the coverage is for 2 years. The catastrophe bond uses an indemnity trigger based on storm losses incurred by the association. AIR Worldwide have provided the modelling for this. And Aon Corporation said yesterday its second quarter profits fell 87%, primarily because of a $1 billion gain in the comparable period a year ago from the sale of 2 insurance companies. The company reported net income of $149 million compared with $1.13 billion in the prior year. A year ago, the company sold Combined Insurance Companies of America and Sterling Life Insurance and recorded an after-tax gain of $1 billion. On a continuing operations basis, the company said income fell 11% to $147 million from $166 million a year ago. And excluding one-time items, operating income was $221 million compared with $214 million a year ago. CEO Greg Case said despite difficult economic conditions, the company posted growth in its reinsurance business. He said restructuring associated with the company's merger with Britain's Benfield Group was completed in December, is on track and enabling investment in future growth. He said about 40% of the anticipated $492 million savings have been realised so far. restructuring expenses related to the 2007 Aon Benfield restructuring programs were $95 million in the second quarter compared to $53 million in the prior year quarter. Restructuring savings in the second quarter related to the 2007 restructuring program are estimated at $52 million compared to $16 million in the prior year. And finally today, UK-based insurer and reinsurer Brit Insurance Holdings plc reported an after-tax loss of £6.3 million on higher expenses and unfavourable foreign exchange movements. The after-tax loss rose to £6.3 million from a £37.6 million profit for the same period a year ago. The group's pre-tax profit rose 24.1% to £64.9 million, excluding £73.6 million in foreign exchange movements and non-monetary items. With foreign exchange effects included, Brit had a pre-tax interim loss of £8.7 million, down from a profit of £49.9 million in the first half of 2008. Well, that's all from us today. We'll be back with you on Monday, and until then, have a good weekend. Thank you very much.